Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. We've already experienced the half of 2023 and it feels so fast for me yet very slow. The first half, I would say, is very rich in terms of change. I don't think I've ever lived a year this loaded with change, so everything feels really fast because of the learnings I've been through. I feel like the past 6 months gave me an experience equivalent to a year or one half a year. Anyways, let's see which planners have survived my lists. The first one is my personal planner slash goals planner, which is the Hobonichi Weeks Mega. I use this mainly to record my daily schedule, chores trackers, my husband's schedules, and my YouTube content planning. Anything that's not work related, but more of my experiences in honing myself to be someone I want to be, because intentional improvements need a lot of monitoring to watch yourself if you've done what you ought to do. Please do. Don't mind this fellow. I just remove it. This is my cat Harvey. We call him Harvey because of her two-face. She wants to be included in the video. Anyway, to give you a glimpse, these are the contents. The yearly index is where I track my exercise and period. This tracker is a duplicate of these two items because I also track these two on my mental health tracker. This tracker came first, and the mental health tracker is sort of the improved version of this, but since I don't want this to look unfinished, I probably just copy the contents from that mental health tracker to this when I have time. And then the calendar have lots of change because in the earlier months I log my dreams in here, my dreams, yes, and then my moods, and then my YouTube channel monitoring and my other projects. But it became mainly used for my YouTube content monitoring. I've also stopped putting stickers and designs on it starting June because I think I couldn't keep up with all the pages to decorate, so I'll keep it as is. My weeklies also have changed. In January, I used this as practice pages for decorating and template designing because during the past 5 months I don't know what would look good on this section, function and design wise, but I've used this also as my anti-catastrophizing section where I log certain challenge. This warm colored fonts, those are mostly the challenge I faced in this particular date. And then across it, this one, I normally leave this blank and I only write something once the problem is solved. So I write the solution whether it came from me or someone. Sorry, that's my cat. Once the problem is solved, I write in here. The goal is to give my brain evidence that everything gets solved, everything turns out well, so there's no point of worrying. And this has And this has been working for me. That's why I still practice this up to now. But I've kind of moved this function also to a different planner, which I'll show a little later. I just had trouble finding out the best design for this part that made me comfortable. It took me about 5 months to have the final design, and for me it's changing my weekly functions, this one, with my notes pages. So what I mean by that is before I log my task, my chores, food trackers in the weeklies, but when I sorry, but when I do it, I don't like how my weeklies look. So that's why I transfer those information in my notes pages, this one, by creating a vertical weekly for it. And now my weekly sort of, since this is my vertical weeklies for my task and trackers, this weeklies section now turned into my commonplace book or section, where everything is written in paragraphs to write some thoughts or special events for the day. And it's been working for me. I'm really struggling here. I really like how it looks. That's why I intend to continue doing this. Look how neat it looks when the contents are written in paragraph form. It's much better than this one's. It kind of look really messy, and it's something I don't want in my planner, because I can't easily find where I can't find the things that I need to look up to. That's why it's better that it's in here, because it's organized. I could find my food tracker, what I ate on a certain day, my schedules, my chores. So that's what makes this the function that I like about this vertical weekly. That's why I intend to continue doing that template by exchanging the functions of each sections. But I'm not sure if I'll be using this planner again next year, but at least now I know, or I found my preferences when it comes to using this. In this planner, I also came to develop my holistic mental health tracker. So I'm gonna be showing you the reason why I call it holistic for a little while after struggling with my pet. So this is how it looks like. I call this the holistic mental health tracker because my mood tracker, this one, is in between my habits tracker and the external factors in here, written in here, but I'm not gonna show you because it's too personal, that affect my mood. I think the habit sort of represent my active participation of how to have a great mood by sort of exercising, meditations, have quality sleep, etc. The controllable things, controllable ones. While the contributors, this one, or the triggers, represent the external forces, the uncontrollable factors. What this tracker wants to prove is, at least for me, is if in case I have this habit done consistently, will it make me bulletproof to any negative emotion? That sort of stuff. If this becomes evident, then I'd be more encouraged to keep these habits. So this is probably my most favorite part, or at least one of my most favorite part in this planner. So the next planner that I'm gonna be sharing is my Take a Note planner in A6. Yeah, this is yours. Which I use as my memory keeping planner. So the tracker has the same function with the Hobonichi weeks tracker too. So it's actually done thrice. The calendar, this one is I use as a mood tracker. So you can just imagine that those habit tracking were kept in a different trackers, and I've sort of combine them all in here, which makes it really beneficial because I could see everything. And then again, it's unfinished, but since I have data on the other planner, I can easily update this. Now the calendar, of course, is where I log my schedule, special events of the year. And then the dailies, of course, is where I log what happened in a day. A more expanded version of my monthlies, book portion in my Hobonichi weeks, and some entries are completely different. So it's either of the two. It's sort of an extended version of this logs, or probably I could log a different topic that I have not listed in here. That's what I list in here. And the weeklies, side, I'm just gonna cover this. The weekly side, this one, is where I continue my anti-catastrophizing function, which I log my worries or challenge of a certain day, and then I leave a space in here for the solution of that. Again, to give my brain an evidence that normally things turn out well. And sometimes I mean most of the time I use it as a grateful list because um not every day I log a worry. So since that space is there's space in here, I log my grateful list for a day, which is actually much more positive. So as you can see, some have no pictures because I haven't printed it yet. The best thing is to ensure that you have logs so that when you stick the pictures, it's easier to look what date it is for. And probably that's it for this planner. Now we'll go with my work planner. So this is the Hobonichi notebook in A6, but I just covered it with a magazine page. I use it as my work planner. So my template is still the same with my former work planner, which is the Hobonichi weekly supplement in A6, except that I removed the, this is total chaos, except that I removed the weekends to provide larger space for my dailies and space also on the sides for some notes. I learned to use different ballpoint sizes and how it gives emphasis and it makes the spread more interesting to look at. It also highlights certain items, of course. This technique is both functional and aesthetic. So these ones are my best so far, at least for me. Having different ballpoint pen, it's really nice. It's very simple, it's easy to execute, but the effect is really great. I haven't designed it yet. Yeah, so these are my recent spreads. In the latter part, I have a vertical calendar that also serves as a Gantt chart. To track how long I finish a given task, not just mine but also my staff. The first half of this was supposed to be, this one is supposed to be the start, but since my preferred designs don't match the color of the grid lines, I thought she won't be back. I reserved this portion to record what happened in a day, which are work related. So I've stopped using this as my vertical weekly. It's a good thing that this has a lot of pages. So I started using this planner from the other half, which is with the blue grid lines, since I'm much more inclined to have cool tones, stickers, or neutral tones. For me, this grid lines match well with my designs, whereas in here this is a warmer tone grid line, which really is the opposite of what I like. That's why I don't prioritize this that much when it comes to design. I love having to look at this page. And then before this vertical calendar, I also have this wish list in here and my first tries. I also have my first tries in here, whether it's food, place, media, or stationaries, and then I rate it in here. It sort of will be my reference of what food to eat. Of course, those highly rated food or places, just in case I wanna go back to that or want to experience that again. This would be my reference. And now let's go with my newly added planner. This is my everything planner. This is the take a note undated hybrid planner in the undated calendar from their record series. I formerly used this as my memory keeping planner before the take a note planner in A6 because I got that only in February because I didn't like this when I first used this. That's why I replaced it with the A6. Now I feel like I have a need to have a planner where I can log everything, my to-dos and other stuff that come up unplanned. This is so that I don't miss my planners. I mean my other planners. I plan to log everything in here and only the final items will be logged to my respective planners. Does it make sense? That's why I call this my everything planner. And of course this one is the calendar, and I will start using this by August until probably the end of the year. Probably the contents of this calendar might just be the same with my personal planner or memory keeping calendar, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So these are my so far what's in here. It's a lot more messier than my other planners because everything is listed in here, the planned ones and those that come up in a day, and then I will just distribute the contents of it, whether it's a work planner item or a personal planner item. And then lastly, of course, this is my Bible study planner, which is the Hobonichi Day Free. This was gifted to me by my best friend, of course, from Japan. She resides in Japan, that's why she got this for me. Hi to Vanny, shout out to you for giving me this planner. I still keep using this planner, but maybe not as much, or I should be. This one is, this weekly index is sort of where I log special events of the month, but I haven't really updated it, but I can easily copy the contents of my calendar in here. And then my calendar is supposed to be my grateful, where I log my grateful list, but I think I've stopped updating it in June. But I know it's gonna be easy because I have a list, my grateful list in here. And then my cat sort of damaged this because I left it in my bed. That's why it's like this. It's torn up to November. Yeah, up to November it's torn. But of course, can't scold them. They won't respond whatever you shout at them. Anyway, these are the contents of this, the books that I've read. I do have some contents that's not related to my Bible study, and then I also have few commonplace, just recently commonplace sort of stuff in here, but I haven't decorated it yet. But just thoughts, or just in case I want to write long for a certain topic that I know that wouldn't fit in my A6 size, I log it in here. So I still have a few pages, of course. I mean a lot, not few, to fill up. But I am not giving up on this planner. It's just 6 months. I still have 6 months more to, have my Bible study. So anyways, that's all. I hope you've enjoyed watching my video and did not go crazy with my cat. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the day or the night. See you again next time. Bye.